It's girly power. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Not the best of starts here offensively. You're back home. You lost a couple games in a row, and here's an early 3-and-out to start things off.
And I think they were counting on being at home and having the home crowd carry them along a little bit to help things get better. But the bottom line is you don't get the crowd involved until you play better. They've got to create some first downs, some big plays, things of that nature to make sure that the crowd is right there with them.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Black 20. Check 53.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. On on fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They stop him on fourth and goal at the 3. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Throwing on first down is Murray. Devin Bush in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Johnson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they try the right side here. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff looking right. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long, and he's going to go down again. Devin Bush, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
So now Benjamin Watson and the rest of the offense heading out there. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark. But that's caught at the 25. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 62 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. Standing alone with a new NFL record, 32nd touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Murray now to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game. Going ahead of us. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A very solid gain of 27. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Boswell for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Murray throwing on second down. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Man, that's trash.
On second down, it's Johnson. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every...
And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the target once again. And now it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Offense.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Murray going to throw. He's going to loft one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoff. But nerve-wracking.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on it. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Devin Bush in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. To throw, it's Murray. It's complete to Williams. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Returnable here for Davis. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles from chilly Philadelphia.
30, 50. I got one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Phillips coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Now it's Roethlisberger. Caught by the tight end Watson. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Roethlisberger. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Roethlisberger will throw. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any. And
touchdown, Cardinals! David Johnson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory.
And got his man complete.
Let's go.
39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 18. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This will be caught at about the 6. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5.
Blue 30. Check. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Three-yard touchdown run. And the sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. Throwing on first down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. So that complicates things a bit here. 18, Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that block.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Murray now. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And he's got Fitzgerald. There goes Larry Fitzgerald. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. And he'll find Washington. That's complete.
Let's go. Go.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. He's going to fire one deep over the... man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38. Oh, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Let's go. Touchdown, baby.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now let's look at David Johnson. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Devin Bush, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just. Now he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is Is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it. All those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There is no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, and that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's